Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Smart Minds, Good Times. Today I have a very special guest, Chef Prin. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
How's your day going?
Busy.
Busy?
Yeah.
Hey, better be busy. It's not busy at all.
Right.
So, you're a chef. You run your own restaurant.
Yeah.
But before we talk about that, where were you raised? Where were you born?
I'm from here, Richmond, Virginia. I lived in the city probably about 14 years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom moved us out Chesterfield when I was 14. So I got to experience, like, the county life during high school and stuff. So that was kind of different.
Yeah.
Because I grew up in the projects.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What you like better? I mean, probably
the county, of course.
Yeah. It's a lot peaceful, right?
Yeah, it was a big adjustment because it was no city lights, quiet, you know. But that was one of, like, the best moves my mom and dad could have did for us.
What part of Chesterfield, though? Like, what high school did you go to?
Elsie Bird.
Elsie Bird? Okay,
Yeah.
I went to Manchester.
Okay, yeah. I came out class of 07.
Class 07,
And
okay.
I just told my age.
I'm not going to try to figure it out. So,
Yeah.
so what was life like growing up? You know, it's like down in Richmond, because you said, like, it's kind of like the projects. Was it like,
Well, I mean, we weren't poor or anything. It was just, that's where we lived at for about 13, 14 years. But it was cool, I mean, because that's what we knew, you know. So regular stuff. I mean, I was fortunate enough to have a parent and a grandma that took us traveling. Yeah. So we got it, like, every summer we'll go. My mom is from West Virginia.
Okay.
Bluefield.
Countryside.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mountains.
Mountains.
So we'll go there every summer. We got people down in North Carolina. So we used to go down North Carolina a lot, PA, different places. So even though we lived in that type of environment, we were still kind of blessed.
Yeah, and you got to experience, like,
it's still, regular life.
Yeah.
That it would be to some. Because some people in those environments, like, never really see outside of Richmond.
That's true. And I understand where people come from that, because, like, if that's all you see, that's all you'll know.
Right.
But it's like it was easier transition to Chesterfield instead of, like, going from Chesterfield to Richmond, you know?
Right. That was more so like Saved by the Bell. I used to watch Saved by the Bell when I was little, but going out there, it was different. You know, it was still issues, you know, little stuff, but it was just different. More opportunities.
Yeah.
And those opportunities got me to, like, where I'm at now, you know, with my cooking and stuff. So.
You know, you say you went to Elsie Bird. Did you ever go to the tech center right in front of it?
Yeah, I did tech, and I did literally every culinary art class that the school had. Miss Lifko, that was the teacher's name. But commercial food, everything. So like,
you've always had a passion for cooking then?
Since a little girl.
What got you into cooking, like a grandma or something?
No. My mom and them said when I was, like, a little baby, 1, 2, playing with the pots and pans in the cabinet, you know. What you doing, princess? Oh, I'm cooking some egg, you know. So it was just something, I guess I was like, I'm literally born to do, maybe in a sense. But it's always something I enjoyed doing. But when I was younger, I never thought, like, this would be the career that...
So you didn't ever thought you were going to do it for a living?
I wanted to be a lawyer when I was little.
Oh, what happened to that?
I don't know.
Did you ever go to college?
I did schooling for cooking, for culinary arts.
So, you know, you always done the classes then, right?
No, I went to J. Sarge for culinary arts.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Did you get your degree there too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hell yeah. You know, it's like, you know how you said earlier, you got a picture of you, like, as a baby, like, playing with the pots.
Pots and pans.
I could have been a chef, too, because there was a picture I have. I was sitting inside of a pot.
A pot.
Yeah.
I think, I ain't going to say everybody, but a lot of kids I got a picture like that, too.
Yeah. So, you know, like, what was school life like for you? Were you, like, the popular girl? Were you, like, the real scholar, chill back, nerd?
No, I wasn't a nerd. I goofed off a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say a lot. I was chill, but everyone knew me. I was active in stuff, clubs. Me and my best friend, we did color guard with the flags, with the band.
Okay.
I don't know. It was just different. You know, it was different groups of kids, but I floated around. Like
Okay.
I was kind of cool with everybody in a sense.
So
the people that I was cool with.
Yeah, you were able to like hang around with all the different types of crowds, I guess, right?
Yeah, cause I had like I could hang with the white girls. I had my white girls that I was friends with. You know, well, yeah, Asians, a couple of them. I'm still friends with one of them.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it was different people.
They all know you still, and they know about your restaurant.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Everybody I went to school with, like even now to this day, like they support, show love. You know, my business partner with the restaurant, we went to school. He went to school with me as well.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
It's cool that y'all have that relationship because like even though y'all are business partners, y'all have like that personal relationship. That way, like it's not like complete strangers.
Right.
Right. Y'all know a little bit like okay how he is, how he knows how. Yeah.
Right.
That's good though. That's kind of like you need that in order to build like a healthy like business management, I guess you could say.
Right, because like a business relationship is like sort of like a personal relationship because you got to have that trust. You know? You gotta. It's a lot that's on the line, so it's a lot of trust.
In reality, is like because that business, that's that's your moneymaker. Your moneymaker is your like you say, your livelihood. So any mistakes he makes could affect you and vice versa.
Right. Yep.
What's something that happened like during school or in your teenage years that was like something you won't forget? It could be a funny story or something like traumatic. I know everybody got a couple stories.
I don't know if my joke's appropriate.
Hey, this podcast, everything flies.
Alright, so me and my best friend, we still friends to this day, Jess. It was it was a group of girls that, you know, little kid stuff. We ain't mess with them.
Yeah.
They ain't mess with us. You know, we ain't like each other. So they used to have this thing on the radio station. I don't know. I can't believe I'm about to tell this story.
Oh, let's hear it.
I don't know what station it was, but like you could call in and like give a shout out or something.
Yeah.
So we were on the three-way and we called the radio station, just basically like said her name and like said some jokes behind her name. But people at school like actually heard it. Like it was people at school that actually heard it. So everybody was trying to figure out who it was and they thought it was this other girl, but the whole time it was me and my best friend.
What exactly did y'all say? Were y'all throwing disses or?
Yeah, we was talking shit.
Oh, shit. Did that get into like that started beef at school?
Yeah, I mean it was already like beef, I guess, but we weren't worrying about them. We was just picking.
Hey, if you're gonna talk your shit, no better place to do it than on the radio.
Yeah, I mean, hey. But yeah, that was kind of wild. And then we had this book. That book caused a lot of ass whoopings. But it was a book we had, and it was just us just joking, you know, on everybody. You know, people that we might have had issues with, people we ain't like. So just being mean girls.
It's a book y'all made?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right, so look. So I know you have a restaurant now, right? But it wasn't always like that. So where did you kind of like start like pursuing cooking, like maybe like trying to sell plates or running it out of your kitchen? How did that start?
Basically after high school, got a job. I was going to school. I was working at Walmart, like retail type shit. Like, yeah. During high school, you know, did a little fast food, little stuff like that. But I was doing retail. Stayed in that for like 5 years. Mm-hmm. Then it was like, you know, you cook, you know, figure it out. So I ended up having my son, and I had ran into my mentor. He's been knowing me since a little girl, Chef Hassan. He been in the game for about 30 plus years with the cooking, like personal chef, done cook for celebrities, multiple businesses, like real deal.
He's the real deal.
So I bumped into him, and at the time he had created the menu. He was managing the kitchen over at 6335 on Jank Road. Okay. And I ran into him in the parking lot, and he was like, "What you doing?" Because he know my skills for real. So he like, "What you doing?" He was like, "How about I get you over here?" Blah blah blah. So I'm like, "All right." My son was 2 at the time. I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna do it." So that kind of like pushed me back into like doing it. So I started working in their kitchen. I was managing their kitchen. People started requesting for me, like, is she back there cooking? You know what I'm saying? Type shit. So I ended up meeting this other guy through them. He had opened up a restaurant on Main. It was called Sliders.
Sliders, okay. I'm not sure if I've heard of it.
Bar and grill. But it was the old alcove.
Okay.
But it's Main Street Steakhouse now. That's the name of it now. But he had ended up opening Sliders, and he was like, we needed a menu. So like, first time ever created a menu. Won them over. So then next thing you know, I'm over there. I done created this menu. I'm running their kitchen or whatever. So I did that for like 2 years over there. Ended up having my daughter. After having her, it was like I'm seeing how much money I'm making other people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So something just clicked. So I started doing the catering, outdoor vending. Started doing that 2019. Then the pandemic hit.
How was that for you?
I was 20. I'm about to tell my age. I was like 28.
28, okay.
Yeah, I was 28. I'm 34.
You look good for 34.
Thank you. So, pandemic hit. It's like, So I personal chef. It was like, can't go into the restaurants. Got to get your food to go. I had a friend. He had got me to do a private dinner for him and his girl. And it was like, yo, this, that's kind of sweet. So I took pictures, basically vlogged the whole thing, posted it, and I started getting inboxes.
More people were requesting, right?
Yeah, so I was doing personal chef services and catering. So I did that from 2020 up till literally April of this year.
Okay, and you opened your restaurant not too long ago. It hasn't been over a year yet, right?
I opened June of this year.
Well, congrats for opening the restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, COVID made a lot of small business owners like strive.
It made you get in hustle mode because it was like what you were used to doing, you can't do that. I was doing outdoor vending. So how I had my stuff set up where I make my money during the summer and like during the winter, like I'm straight jive, because I done did all these events during the summer, making money or whatever. So with the personal chef thing, it caught. It wasn't too many chefs doing that. Like, I'm not gonna say I was the first.
Yeah.
But I feel like I made it kind of popular.
Well, it's not who did it first; it's who did it right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I started doing that, and at the beginning of this year, I went to a vision board party. Like, I don't even do stuff like that.
What's that?
Vision board. They do that like at New Year's when they you basically making your goals, but you put it on a board.
Okay.
So it's like pictures and words and little stuff like that. So it was like I thought like you've been comfortable, I like to stay in a safe space.
Okay.
I feel like when I'm in a safe space, I'm comfortable. I can control that environment. So it was all about getting uncomfortable.
Yeah.
This year.
That's where you really grow.
Yeah. So I always, a long life dream to, have a restaurant. I want to have multiple restaurants, not just one, like restaurants nationwide, type shit. But it was, let's get uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it was like, get you a building.
Yeah. And how did you go about finding the one? It's off of Main Street, right?
Cary
Street. Oh, it's off of Cary Street too?
Down the street on the cobblestone.
Oh, okay. Yo, we might have to go check it out, David.
Yeah. Next to Shanae, the Irish pub.
Okay.
It was just well, I did a little research, and it was like I felt like you can do this by yourself, but I still wanted to be comfortable.
Yeah.
With being in that comfortable. So that's how I came about with my business partner. Just a little cushion room. So that's how that came about, and I drove around for like 3 weeks. The end of December, beginning of January this year, looking for buildings.
Okay.
Calling numbers, not getting calls back, or the building was already in contract.
Oh, okay.
So not knowing, because I didn't know, and it's like a lot of people they don't want to give the information.
Yeah. On
how to, how to eat.
Yeah. And
so it's like you gotta figure that shit out yourself, So ended up calling my broker, but it was for another building.
Okay.
So she was like, that building's under contract. I was like, look, I need help finding a building. So her name was Savannah. I cannot think of the company group name, but her and Nathan love him to death, like love him to death. But I was looking at building on Hall Street originally, next to the Kroger spot.
Oh, okay.
I think it's some type of cafe or something now. But I was looking at that building originally, but wasn't really feeling it once I got inside. And that same day, Savannah texted me like, new listing hasn't even hit the market yet. And the first thing I saw was the cobblestones.
You like that?
And I was like, yeah, that's
the one.
That's something different, you know. So we went and looked at it, and 2 weeks later, like, we was in contract bidding for the space. About 3 weeks later, I got it.
Oh, yeah.
Negotiating the lease. April 1st, I had the keys. Like, it was so fast. Like,
that's good, though.
I didn't even get to really process, like, what was going on until, like, months later.
Yeah.
You know, one day just sitting in there, and it was like, you literally just...
You're really doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, and that's good that you didn't have time to process it, because that's how you know you're busy. And it's like, you can't just, as soon as you get there, there's no slowing down.
True. And I guess, and I'm an overthinker.
Yeah, and that's good, though, because this is one thing I always say, only the paranoid survive. If you're not constantly thinking like, damn, I could be doing this better, or what happens if this happens, right. You wouldn't be prepared. So you have to be an overthinker.
Yeah,
that's
true. I like that.
Yeah.
I never thought about it that way.
No, because I say that because I'm an overthinker. So it's like, it's, you know, your head's probably always running and stuff, but
yes,
I'm telling you, there's people out here sleeping. So, you know, it's, I say everybody chooses their own struggle. So you got to choose to have that struggle, or you could choose to
struggle. Yeah.
That's really how it goes, you know? But it's like you said earlier, like how you ran into your mentor, Hassan, was it at Walmart?
No, I was at Rite Aid on Jank Road.
Okay. So that's when you were working there at the time, right?
No, I wasn't working there. I was going to Rite Aid. That's where 6335 is on Jank Road. He was coming from there.
Okay, that's crazy. Yeah. Like, because would you say, because I say everything happens for a reason.
For a reason.
Would you say that maybe if you didn't run into him that day, maybe
I don't know. I probably would still be doing retail, like a manager of a store somewhere. I'm not going to even lie.
It's crazy how life works.
I'm not going to even lie. I'm not. And then I did used to do the little whole plate thing. I ain't going to take that. I did used to sell plates for $10.
Yeah. Hey, that's how you start, though. That's the beauty of it.
And they used to buy, like, on a Friday, like, I make, like, $600-$800 sometimes off $10 trays.
That's a lot.
I had some homeboys that worked at TLK, it's a call center up Midlothian.
Okay.
And they'll put their orders in for like 20, 30 orders sometimes.
Damn.
And my baby, my son at the time, because I ain't have my daughter, have him in the back with the meals.
So how many kids do you have?
I have two. I have an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old. No, my daughter's 5. I'm tripping.
Yeah.
5-year-old and an 8-year-old, a girl and a boy.
And they probably love having a mom as a chef because they probably eat good, right?
Yeah, but we eat out a lot too.
Oh, okay.
So that be the thing with my son. He know when I don't feel like cooking, he know he ready to go. We about to go to a restaurant somewhere, sit down and eat. Cause, yeah.
You know, this is one question I have for like people that run the restaurants. You know, obviously like it's their restaurant and their food. I'm sure they like the food, but would you ever get tired of eating your food?
It don't even be more so. Well, 75% of the stuff I cook, me personally, I don't even eat.
And you know, you know Chef Trill?
Yeah, I know of him. I don't personally know him.
He came on a podcast. He told me the same thing. Like the majority of the food he makes, you don't really eat.
I don't eat.
And so, how do you go about
knowing that it's good? Right? Yeah. Taste testers. So like, lamb is like lamb chops. My lamb chops. That's something I'm known for. You know, once I started Luxury Eats, the lamb, like that's one of the dishes I'm known for. Mm-hmm. So people be like, I don't eat lamb. I just ate taste lamb this year for the first time
ever.
I had some lamb bacon one time.
Lamb bacon? I've never had that.
Yeah, it was a butcher. It used to be on Main Street, but they had like different types: lamb bacon, duck bacon, different types of like gourmet type of meats. But yeah, I just tasted it this year for the first time.
How was it?
It was okay.
Okay.
It's the gaininess for me that I don't like.
I feel you. I've never really like ate lamb either, so I might have to go to your restaurant.
Yeah, I would say I should have brought you some.
No, it's fine. We'll definitely check it out soon. But it's like when during COVID, when you say you're being like a personal chef and going out places like that, and it's like people, like you're saying, people couldn't go out to restaurant stuff, but they wanted that good cooking. Like, would you ever consider maybe just, well, now you have a restaurant, so it's kind of hard, but would you ever be like maybe like a professional personal chef going out of state, or maybe like?
So I traveled with that.
Oh yeah.
I've had clients that like literally paid for me to had this couple fly me out to Houston one time. Like literally, I probably was there for like, I don't even feel like I was there for 12 hours. Like literally, plane there, cook, back on plane, back here. My life is hectic. I have two kids. I have a son that's in sports, so it's a lot. Like I'm stretched everywhere. But I've traveled. A couple of celebrities. People like, hey, such here, cook for.
Well, if you feel comfortable sharing, who are some of the celebrities you probably cook for?
I'm horrible because.
Hey, if you don't know, that's a good thing though. It might be a few.
No, it was like, I mean, they weren't like big, celebrities, but it was this couple. Okay, so it was this retired NBA basketball player. I didn't even know who they were, but they like personally knew Erykah Badu. It was weird, people, but they live like way down far in Chesterfield. But
they live in Chesterfield still.
They big, but Chesterfield.
Yeah, it's a big.
It
county.
be big mansions.
Yeah.
Big shit out there. Hold on. So I did Duran Band. He was on Wildin' Out.
Okay.
I cooked for him. Larry Kidd.
Larry Kidd.
His name was Ice Kid, but he's a retired NBA player.
Oh hell yeah.
One of these little Instagram girls. And then it was some rapper guy. I think he's like in the crew of Moneybags. And I don't know his name, but my homeboy, he raps, Porter. I don't know if you heard of him.
Porterville?
Yeah, but he had set that up for me with that guy. But I don't be knowing who these people be.
Hey,
I just go and take them the food so they can know, like, hey, the food is good.
Yeah, that's good. It's good that you have, like, those connections and, like, like Porterville was able to, like, connect you with that person. But, you've been in business, like, running a restaurant, and you have employees as well, right?
Yeah, I have employees.
It's been, you said April, so maybe, like, 9 months about?
Yeah.
7, 8 months. What has been, like, the biggest challenges, like, because, it's not like you just focus on cooking good food now. You have to focus on the behind the scenes.
Everything.
How has that been?
It's been challenging a little because we grow, we evolve every day, So it was having to handle all that stuff. I'm still learning stuff about me.
Okay.
As far as just running a business, how to react to certain things. You got to have tough skin. And that's what I'm learning. Like, I can't take everything personal. You're not going to please everybody. Like, you're not. Like, and I'm a people pleaser. I'm a Cancer.
So you're born in July?
June 24th.
Oh, okay, no, I think I'm a Cancer too. I was July 15th. I think that was right at the edge.
At the edge, but you're a Cancer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, my daughter's July 14th.
14th? Okay.
Yeah,
my mom's is the day after mine, July 16th.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we care.
Uh-huh.
Even though when we try to act like we don't care.
Yeah.
That should be like, God, they really,
I feel
So it's like, I can't take, I gotta just let shit roll off my back, and go with the flow. So that's what I'm learning that I have to do.
Question time. It's all good. You're good. All right, let's see. You can dig through, pick one out, whichever one you want.
All right, I'm going to pick pink because that's my favorite color.
And excuse my handwriting. And if it's a question you don't want to answer, you can repick.
Worst date you went on? I don't think I never been on a bad date.
Really? Oh, that's a good thing though. You want to repick?
Yeah, let me
Okay,
pick another.
repick.
I'm gonna pick blue this time. Weirdest dream you've ever had? Oh,
Okay,
let me
let's see.
think. I do be having some crazy dreams.
Like lucid dreaming.
This is a dream I had a couple of weeks ago. It was me and my kids. Like, we had robbed a bank. It was with
Y'all robbed the bank.
me, and they was like the same age they are now.
Okay.
In the dream, and like, if you ever met my daughter, like, yeah, Mara be ready. So
Hey, you know, maybe
I was following her. Like, it was crazy. Like, yeah, that's crazy that this the question, but yeah, we robbed a bank. Me and my kids.
You know, so like, so you know how you said you worked in retail, you did fast food. You had to learn kind of dealing with like customer service and customers through there, right?
Yeah.
How bad was it in those jobs?
Not as bad as restaurant.
Really, but like whatever you learned there applies to the restaurant, right?
Yeah. See, customer service applies in any setting where you're dealing with the public. Walmart taught me a lot with customer service. It really did, because Walmart sucks. But one thing they do, they drill their employees.
Really?
And their employees be all rude. If you think about it.
Yeah.
When you go to a Walmart, they be rude.
Depends which one though, because there's so.
I've never been to Walmart and like the people are nice. Like when you go to Publix or Wegmans.
You gotta go to Target for that.
Yeah, they be kind of mean mugging in Target too. I always go to self-checkout though, to avoid human interaction.
It's quicker too.
Yes, unless it's someone in front of you taking all day.
But what's like a bad experience or what's like the typical bad experience you deal with at your restaurant? Do you ever deal with like drunk customers or people that are trying to like just eat and not have to pay? Like,
yes.
How do you go about dealing with that?
We're learning.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can't take everything personal. It be a lot. The drunk crowd, cause we stay open to like 1, 2 o'clock on the weekends.
Okay.
Cause they bar hop down there.
Yeah.
So they are more easier because they're drunk. Believe it or not.
Really.
As far as just they in here, being an ass, whatever. The people that come in, we have some people that like they'll come in. This actually just happened.
Okay. Tuesday
or Monday. We had a couple come in, and they wasn't satisfied. We asked them. Well, I didn't personally ask them, but the server asked, and they shared that they were okay. They were okay. So then we see a post on Facebook, someone saying something about the restaurant. So it's like, dang, we asked you, like, we value our customers' feedback, because I'm a very reasonable person, so I want you to feel like you want to come back and leave Lux, So
was it that bad? Were they like very like talking down a lot, or do you think they're
someone made a comment about us doing like being open as a bar at night, and someone came up under there saying, well, my friend went there and he said, this, that, and the third. So it was like, dang, you didn't even come, you going off somebody else.
Yeah.
Which is cool, I can't make you, think otherwise. If, if you don't want to find out for yourself, that's cool. But the post itself had nothing to do with, what you're talking about.
They were just kind of yapping. Was it like on a Yelp review?
No, it was an actual like Facebook post.
Okay,
yeah.
Damn.
So I went under the post.
Yeah.
Nice, didn't, say nothing crazy or nothing, but it was just, I wish he would have voiced that before he left and, tell him to, contact me directly so, I can fix that, for you or whatever. And I talked to the customer and, it was rectified.
How often do you deal with like the customers that don't want to pay? Like, Just you know the food's good.
I had a lady do that.
Yeah.
I had a lady come in and order like $60. This was during lunch one day. $60 like worth in the lunch menu. Like nothing on the lunch menu is more than $15. So if you run up a $60 lunch tab and it's just you, like she was eating, and like ate all the appetizers, ate her sandwich. The only thing that was left was like a couple of fries and part of the salad, because she was probably full at that point. And when we brought her the tab, she told me that she felt like she didn't get that much worth food and she wasn't paying.
So she felt like she didn't get like
$60 worth food and she wasn't going to pay.
And how do you go about dealing with that? Cause
that was before I started counting 10. Before somebody say something crazy. Yeah. But no, I just told her, I was like, it's two ways, we can handle this. You either pay or, I have to call the police. I don't want to call the police. I don't want to call them. But I have cameras and you're sitting under a camera. So, we can pull this footage and we can let them decide, who's going to pay. Because at the end of the day, I have more to lose.
Yeah.
So I can't be putting my hands on people, cussing them out, doing none of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, now they're on Google. Now people go and look, I don't know. The owner might slap me upside my head, so. I
mean, it's like one of those things like.
You can't win for lose.
Yeah, and it's like, I'm sure the majority of the customers you have are good customers.
They are, but you just have that few.
Yeah.
And it's like, those few give you a headache, like, for the rest of the day. Like, because I'm such an overthinker, so, like, it throws me off, like, a little bit. Not, like, throw me off, like, where I can't function, but it just be like, dang, like.
It's just the
why
worry.
You got to do all that?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, I don't know. I guess I care too much because I'm so passionate about my brand, my name. I take it very serious. Yeah, so it's like, I'd rather fix it, even if that's, losing money. I'd rather fix it than you to feel a certain type of way.
Some of those is like, since you're at a point where you got so many customers and you're going to have those bad ones, some of those you can't really fix because you can't help somebody that doesn't want to be helped. That's on them.
Right.
But and it's like one thing I found out too that they're doing a lot now is like, have you ever had it happen where somebody pays with a credit card
and then return
dispute or like the next day or something like that? Does that happen a lot? It
doesn't happen a lot. But I had it happen on 2 different occasions since I've been open. It's the dispute thing, and then it's like this other thing that they do, like and you have to watch it, like when people tap their phones or whatever. But it's they'll pay for something, they'll tap, and then like when they have their account set up where like it sends you the scam alert or the fraud alert, like asking like, is this you making this payment? And if they hit not them, it released the funds back to them.
But the payment went through. Oh, okay.
So I just had somebody do that. That's how I learned about it. The POS system, Square, they was explaining to me like, this is something that, that's something they're trying to crack down on because, it's loopholes to everything.
Yeah.
So these people that find these loopholes, like, they say, oh, dumb criminal, but, like, they're actually smart when you think about it.
Yeah, no, you got to be smart.
Smart to, like, figure that out, Yeah. So I probably just gave a cheat code to the scammers out there just now.
Oh, shit. Literally. how to rob a restaurants.
Just don't come to Lux doing that shit. But and then the dispute thing be wild too because like 9 times out of 10 they win.
Yeah.
So now I get a signature.
Okay, that's good.
So that's proof that was them.
On that same little square tablet, right? Okay.
Because like when they do those disputes and it's like they ask for proof. Like you wanted me to take a picture of them, like why I was so it just be crazy and like they, they win because it's like you don't have no physical proof of them, in there. So they give you tips on, how to stop that. So it was like get them to sign for signatures, or that's why some places that's not like restaurants, but you know how like some places you go to and they want a copy of your ID.
Oh, okay.
They do that.
Really?
So if you try to dispute it, like no, we have a copy. They ask that. Like that's part of the proof.
Is that like higher end restaurants?
No, just I've been not even on the food level, but just like a service or something you might have been getting, and they you know if you're doing a card payment, they might ask for your ID.
Okay.
Or whatever. So
is there like a my bad? Is there like a form of like insurance, business insurance that like covers maybe like scams or like loss of like that? So you got to eat that one.
You have to eat that as a business owner. Yeah. Or you can, you know, that's where those service charges come in to play. You know, you have the service charges to cover the processing of the card, to cover stuff like that.
Those Square readers are like 3% of transaction, right?
3% transaction. Well, it depends on the actual card.
Okay.
So if you're using like MasterCard or Visa, like American Express is the highest. As far, and then like they charge you to tap it.
Oh, they charge more to tap?
Yeah, it's like a $1 and something each tap. So like you pay for each tap. You pay the percentage of them to process the money into your account. And then they take another percentage off that. It's crazy.
Yeah, no, because I have seen that, especially when you're doing so many transactions and high.
And it adds up. You looking like, dang, I done gave these people $800.
Yeah.
And that could have been $800. You know what I'm saying?
That could have been in a day, too, with the amount of transactions you do.
That's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes, and that's like on a iffy day. So, like, on a good day, it adds up.
But do you prefer when people pay with cash then?
Yeah, I prefer cash.
You know, that's another thing
and then when you pay cash, it's no service fee.
Is that something you have to deal with too? Since you always have to have change in the store, do you have to have like money orders coming in?
Well, you know, I can put change in. You know, I can go to the bank and just get ones and quarters and stuff like that. But just to keep that on the business side, to keep that deposit rate for the bank. You know, they like to see cash and stuff coming into your accounts.
Okay.
So that helps with your weekly deposits, you know, on that end. But I mean, even if we go and deposit everything that's in the drawer, you can just go to the bank and get coins and ones and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good though. You know, it's like, because like we said earlier, like when you run a restaurant, you're dealing with the customers, employees, the financial side, but then you have the actual food. How tricky is it to manage like food? Like,
it's hard.
Because how often do you have like orders coming in, inventory?
So I try, some days it be kind of crazy. Some weeks where I might go to the store 3 times. But I try to do inventory like twice a week.
Okay.
And the inventory consists of food, paper products, and liquor for the bar. It's hard, but I have a lead server, and like she does the inventory and stuff for me in the front.
That's good.
So that helps. My head chef in the back, he does the inventory for me in the back. So it's just more so just, you know, checking behind them, you know, to make sure they didn't miss nothing out. So that helps a lot. In the beginning, when I first opened, I was like doing, because I had like one staff. One lady that'll come in and help. But I was pretty much doing like everything.
Like Restaurant Depot?
Going to Restaurant Depot, setting up accounts with Cisco, you know, that type of stuff. Literally everything. Dishwasher, janitor.
Yeah. You know, how do you outweigh like maybe like, how do you track maybe like your financials? Do you go by month? Like, do you see like, is there ever like wastage of food?
So November was kind of slow. They say like after like a week before Thanksgiving, leading up to New Year's, like those are like the worst days for like restaurants.
Really?
Other than like outside of like corporate holiday, you know, type of gigs like that. Because like, you know, everyone is like, you know, saving for the holidays and stuff. So like no one is like really eating out, you know, type of thing. So it slowed down like dramatically. Like looking around like, you know, where's the people? So it was like, I had to look at last month, and I saw, you know, what I did, what I put out, what was left over. And it was just, all right, so we're going to cut that in half as far as making sure I wasn't overbuying, overbuying product.
Yeah.
And it's not the same amount of traffic that's coming in from last month. So like it's a science.
It is.
In a sense to it because like this Thursday might not do like last Thursday.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like knowing, are you overbuying or under buying? So I'd rather tell a customer like, hey, we done sold out of this than having something and no one order it and then it goes bad.
Yeah, and it's like wastage is a big cost.
Yeah, and the food is so high.
Yeah.
So it's like, having to throw it away.
Have you ever had like oh, I have this food I'm gonna throw away? Have you ever had like this, oh, let me go give it to like maybe some homeless people?
So it's a homeless guy that's on the corner every day, all day, right there. So anything left over that we have, when we have like, cause sometimes we do like buffet brunches.
Okay.
So like we'll box it up, give it to them. Anything that's left over, if the staff isn't eating it.
Hey, that's good. I'm sure they really appreciate that too.
Yeah, but I'm a firm believer of waste not, want not. My grandma used to say that all the time.
Wait, what is it?
Waste not, want not.
Waste not, won't not. No, I understand that. Like I remember as a kid.
That's some old type. But my grandma used to always say that to us, like, your ass bigger than your stomach, ask for something. It was like, you're not gonna eat it, so waste not, want not. And I like, as an adult, I understand. As a kid, it was funny, like, what is she talking about? But as an adult, like, I understand that.
Reno, just a question I like to ask people, like, when you were a kid, right? How was it like being disciplined? Did you ever have it bad? Like, were you ever like?
I wasn't that bad. My brothers, see, I'm the only girl. I got 3 brothers.
Oh, yeah, 3 brothers.
So
okay.
They got all that, the whoopings.
Yeah. It was like that in my household. I always had it the worst.
Yeah, once I got in high school a little bit, cause they say like you're smelling yourself, you think you grown. Mm-hmm. So it was always my mouth, my attitude.
Okay.
That's what I would always get in trouble for. Even in school, it was like, she's a good student, she's this, she's that, but it's her attitude. And as a business owner, now that's something like I've been working on, because once I got older and I realized like, your attitude is nasty.
Yeah, and it's like
you can't be like that all the time, And that's like a defense mechanism with me. Just because like growing up a little bit, like I never like with girls, like, they were mean. Light skin, long hair, pretty girls. So it was like,
well, at least what they would consider pretty. I guess the social norms, I guess, right?
Right. So it was like, they would pick.
Yeah.
So little stuff like that. So growing up, that made me like be like, oh, mean mug, come in the room, face, rusting face,
Yeah.
But as I got older, I try not to be like that. But it's like, girls be mean.
Yeah.
But I was mean, so I get it.
And that's a good thing, though. Oh, I'll come back to that, but question time.
Okay. You pick one or I pick one?
Oh, you pick one. I usually don't pick the questions.
Pick.
I can.
Yeah, you pick one.
All right, I'll pick one. Okay, let's see.
It up.
Let's see. All right, this is a question for you. What does it mean to be successful to you?
You still ask me the question. Ain't that something?
Hey, I can answer it, but you're the business owner. I want you to answer it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Okay, so being successful to me, successful, because a lot of people think successful means just like being financially successful.
Yeah.
So overall, being successful would just be good health, financially, where I want to be, and my kids and my mom is comfortable.
Yeah. Right now is like, would you say your family is comfortable? Like, are you? I know it's like it's hard starting out a business. Oh, you're not starting, but it's it's
building it.
Building, and I heard a lot that like the first year of a small business, it's hard to profit the first year. So
Yeah.
but I'm,
Because you literally just breaking even.
yeah. But it's like, how long or what does your dream life look like to you, and when do you want to have it?
7 to 10 years from now, dream life is having at least like 5 to 10 businesses, not all restaurants.
Okay.
But just like 5 to 10 businesses, and like they're all successful, being ran by people I can trust, and I'm just like literally like enjoying life with my kids.
Yeah.
You know, just showing them, which they comfortable. You know, they comfortable now.
That's good.
Ain't never wanted for nothing. Spoiled kids.
That's
but
good.
Just showing them like the world.
You know, how much time does it take? How much time does your restaurant and your business take away from you being a mother and, you know, like your family?
A lot. But they be down there with me.
Yeah.
I had them down there showing them, teach them early.
That's good.
I'm a firm believer in that. You know, not saying they will go in that direction, but just the overall business. And my son, he's very like fascinated in it, like the whole numbers side of it. Like,
oh, that's good.
Yeah. So Mom, what did we make today? You know, and I break it down and show him like, well, look, we sold this, and you know, so you never know. My daughter, she's just Miss Personality, so
She gets it from her mom.
No, cause I'm like a social introvert.
Okay.
Calm and chill, but I guess once I take a couple of shots, then it's like, hey.
Was it tequila hit?
Tequila.
Yeah. No, the dark liquor gets me aggressive.
Yeah, well, I won't be aggressive off the tequila. I do a reposado or either a neo.
Okay.
I'm very bubbly. Well, yeah, my friends say that I act like my daughter, talking to everybody, being extra friendly.
You know, that's good that your son is very interested, like I guess like in the. Like not exactly the cooking, but like the behind the scenes.
Yeah, the business. That would be actually like the front of the house. That's what that's called.
And you say he's 8, right?
Yeah, he's 8.
You know, it's like, imagine one day, you know, he's not too far away from being 18,
right.
10 years. Who knows, he might be running one of your restaurants one day.
Right.
And, you know, at least you're showing him, you know, hey, you don't have to go to college.
Right.
And it's like, that skill will take him further than maybe a degree. Who knows?
You never know.
You know, you said you want to open like other businesses that are not restaurant. What other businesses you want to like pursue?
So I want to do like I don't know, like I don't want to call it a daycare, but I want to have. Well, I guess that wouldn't be like it would be a business. It'd be like a nonprofit type of thing. But I want to have like these safe spaces for kids and women, men, whoever, for real. But
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I saw you've worked with the Rock Project before, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was cool. That's Daryl. He was on here. He shot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say he shot it. Me and the restaurant out. I went to school with him too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I've been knowing Daryl for like 10+ years. That was cool. Because going into it with the kids, I'm like, you know, these kids, you know.
You think they're picky?
Yeah. I was more so nervous about like kids are honest.
Yeah.
Like,
that's true.
Remember earlier when I said I don't eat certain stuff? My son, taste tester, because taste this, and he's gonna tell me the truth. Like, no, Mom, you need this. No, it's kids tell the truth when it comes to food, like anything.
And if I remember, was it like tacos or?
They loved the tacos. We did nachos. I cooked for them the whole summer.
Oh, the whole summer.
That whole summer, I cooked for them. Like, I think the program was like 10 weeks long. It was from like middle of June to August, because it's a summer program while they're out of school. So yeah, I cooked for them every day other than the days that I couldn't, or if they went to the different restaurants that sponsored them to eat lunch at.
Okay.
So we did Alfredo, we did pizza, baked chicken, all types of stuff I was cooking for them. And those kids, like, it would bring joy to my heart. Like, I pull up and it's one of them would peep their head out. They be like, Princess is here. And then like the boys, they'll come out. What you need help with? You know, helping to carry the stuff. They used to want to help serve. hugs every day. The last day was sad. Like when I left, we did a cookout for them.
Okay.
And when we left, like I shed a tear in the car. I never told them that, but like I literally shedded a tear. Like, oh, I'm gonna miss them. So this summer, I wanted to do it again. This summer that just passed, but it was in the midst of me opening up the restaurant.
It's harder, right?
Right. So they did come down and eat lunch.
Oh, that's good.
They did bring them down, but next summer, hopefully, I can have it set up where I could do their lunches and stuff for them again. That was definitely cool.
And that's true about. And oh, my bad.
Daryl does a lot for the kids too.
Yeah,
like, he's a good guy.
I respect him for that because not everybody would do that with good intentions.
Good intentions out the pocket. Like that first year, like literally, like. Yeah, he did that shit.
Because some people, like, you could say some rich people would do that, maybe for tax
write-offs.
write-offs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, he did that shit from his heart.
Yeah, it's a difference. So shout out to The Rock if you're watching.
Yeah.
But like a rock. I said The Rock. Like a rock.
Yeah,
like a rock.
Daryl.
But you know, it's like, how many employees do you have right now?
I have a total of 5.
5 employees?
No, 6.
6 employees?
6, yeah.
So it was like, what is like your everyday role? Do you manage more like
everywhere?
Everywhere. So you're doing like a little bit of everything?
I have a lead server. She works with me basically every day. And then I have like these 2 other girls that come in like when we have little events or on the weekend. One of them, she works on the weekends for when we stay open late at night. I don't really have to do too much with the servers, other than just make sure they're doing their side work, little stuff like that.
Yeah.
In the back, I kind of micromanage them, and I'm trying to get out of the habit of doing that because the guy that I have back there, he's a beast. Like, he do that shit for real. I trained him one day, and the next day he was literally plating how I was plating stuff.
You got it down.
Yeah, like people plates clean when they coming back. So like he do that cooking shit. So it's just I'm trying to let him do his thing and just take, the management role and just, let them do their thing unless, somebody coming there asking like we want Chef Prin to cook our food.
I think that's a cancer thing because I'm very like that.
Want to be in control, right?
Yeah.
We bossy.
Yeah. But it's like you kind of want things your way because you care.
Right.
It's a standard you want to meet it up to, but it's like like you said, you overthink, and it's like even if they do, it's like I don't know. It's you feel more comfortable just
making sure it's done. Right.
I'm the same way. Hey, it might be a cancer thing,
right? Cause I'd be like, damn, but I was like, all right. Let him do that order and get off that boy back. So I got off his back, and he smoked it. He did it. People ain't complain. Everything was all right.
How important is it for you to treat your employees good? Because that's like your backbone of your business.
Yeah, I mean, you need them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're going to be in there by yourself doing it. And I did it.
Have you ever had any, like, not exactly bad employees, but maybe, like, hard to deal with ones?
I had a fire girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was wilding.
It was that bad?
Yeah. Oh. When I say we went through.
Hey, we could cut it off if you need to answer that.
Oh no, that's my aunt.
Okay.
I can call her back. She like 3-hour time zone. It's crazy that she calling right now.
She on the other side of the country?
Yeah, in Washington. That's crazy. But yeah, she lied. Basically, she said she was a bartender. Never was a bartender. Never.
You could tell as soon as she got to work.
No, she faked me out.
She was good at it at least.
So she worked there a week. Well, not even a week. It was like for 5. No, it was a week. Yeah, she had worked there probably for about like 5-6 days. I have a cheat sheet up there for them with like the cocktails. Okay. Because I handcrafted our cocktails for our bar.
Yeah.
So it's a cheat sheet literally telling you an ounce of this, a half, 2 ounces of this. Like, if you can read, you can do it. You could do it.
I probably could.
We might have to come there.
Yeah.
You can do a little segment with you behind the bar.
Oh,
like,
we can. Yeah.
That'd be sweet.
We could do like a little vlog or something.
Yeah, we can do that. But, like, that's how easy it is.
Uh-huh.
So she did know how to read the jiggers, the little metal things that you pour the shots out.
Yeah.
So a drink may call for 1.5 ounces of a shot. She's doing it 3 times.
And
So we had this guy at the bar. He kept saying his drink was spicy. And he kept asking for ginger ale. So I'm like, why is he on that same drink? So
Yeah.
I sat there and I watched her, and she did 3. I said, make me what you just made him.
Huh.
That girl had put 3.5 shots of Hennessy.
Damn.
In like an 8-ounce cup.
Jesus Christ.
With Grand Marnier, some orange bitters, and lemon juice.
You know, the customers might like that, but that's hard. That's a lot of money gone right there.
On a $10 cocktail.
Yeah. Because, you know, a shot.
That was $30.
Yeah.
On a $10 cocktail. So she had been doing that for
The
all
week.
those days she had been working.
Yeah.
So when I caught that, it was like, no. I said, it's no way you ever, like, you have to go.
Yeah, because, you know, like, even if you tell me that one time, it's just like.
Because it's either like, you about to work in here for 2 weeks for free,
Uh-huh.
so I can make my money back, or you can just go.
And it's like, you know, it was only 5-6 days. I think you got off easy.
Yeah.
You had.
Rather than months later and then
Yeah.
catching it. Yeah. Because
It's
that
good-
would have been thousands. A lot of restaurants lose money that way because of their bar.
You know, it's like, I'm not going to. Well, they probably not watching, but I'm good friends with people of a restaurant. And before there was new management, it was like that. Because even, you know, I would go in there. They wouldn't charge me for drinks, nothing.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like a lot of, I see what you mean by that. And liquor is expensive because
Liquor is expensive.
you upcharge it, but do the distributors upcharge it on you too?
No, so how that works is basically we don't pay taxes
Okay.
on the liquor. So it's the same way with the food.
Okay.
When we go and purchase it, we don't pay taxes, but we have to pay taxes on it.
Yeah.
So you see what I'm saying? So the tax that we charge you when you come into the establishment, that's the tax that we pay on it, whether it's I think the ABC is yearly. I'm guessing it's yearly. But with the sales, it's monthly. Like, I have to pay the taxes on the food that I sell each month in the city of Richmond. But you definitely can lose a lot of money with that bar. And it's just, you got to have people back there that you can really trust because, you know, somebody coming there underage, somebody coming there and we get them all drunked up and they leave out here, you know, get in an accident or whatever, that falls back.
Where you get the alcohol. I got it at Lux.
And then it falls back on us, you know. I don't get criminally charged for it. You know, I just pay a fine as the business owner, but whoever that server was, they get the actual charge.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, see, and I learned that this year with the ABC, you know, going through what I was going through with ABC, but like
in your location, you're in Richmond. A lot of college kids is like everybody got fake IDs nowadays.
And that's what they do down there.
How hard is it to crack down on it?
Well, what we do, the security guy, he has this little light thing that he shines on the ID or whatever. They know not to come to us, I guess, and try it. We haven't had no one come there and try it, but there are spots like around us, like, you know, they have warned me, like, you know, letting me know like what goes on at other spots. But they do it down there, but they do it with the real IDs. They just throw the $20 behind the ID and here, and they let them in.
Hey, some people. Hey.
So it's the risk, you know. I'm small, so I'm not ready to take no big risks.
Yeah.
You know, and
because it's all it
that's
needs
my my livelihood.
Because all it could take is that one mistake, and it could all be
gone. Now your ABC gonna end like that's your bread and butter.
Yeah, because having a restaurant, having a bar is really like a good, like add-on, right? Because I'm sure that brings a lot of business.
Definitely,
too.
because it took a while for me to even ABC gave me a hard time like getting my license.
Okay.
So, like, people was coming into Lux, but when they saw we didn't have a bar, like literally, like, oh, you guys don't have ABC, like we're waiting on it. Like, people really want that cocktail and that food at the same time.
What's like? Oh my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good.
What's like your go-to, like your best-selling mixed drink cocktail and like your best-selling plate of food?
I say the 1331 and the drop is probably the two most
like
popular cocktails that we
drop?
have. Yeah,
Okay.
But it's a tequila based lemon drop.
Okay.
Yeah, so we named that the drop. 1331, that's another tequila based drink as well. And that's tequila lime juice and Sprite and something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they order it and they like it. Top selling dish, stuffed lamb chops, of course. The fried lobster tail.
I saw one plate you cooked.
That Cajun salmon sandwich, because they are salmon sandwiches to death. That's another popular.
Well, when I go, what would you recommend me?
I'm gonna ask you what you like.
One of the plates that I saw on your Instagram that really caught like my stomach was the the pasta shrimp langostino, the lobster shrimp.
Oh yeah, I made that at home.
That's not like a dish in your restaurant.
That's not on the menu, but if you let me know you coming, I got you.
All right, yeah.
So that'll be sort of like our seafood pasta, in a sense. I just was playing around with this other recipe that I was playing around with, but I'm thinking about adding like a lemon, shrimp scampi cream.
Okay, yeah,
Type of pasta with just like shrimp, lobster, stuff like that. I've been playing around with it, but yeah, that'll be sort of like the pastas. That's why I said everything, because it's like you might come in on a shift to work and you literally done cooked everything on the menu.
Yeah,
like literally.
You know, what's something most people don't know about running a restaurant that, like, I mean, maybe like other restaurant owners would know, but something that the average person like me wouldn't know? Something that doesn't get talked about enough.
I don't know. People be cheap.
Yeah.
But people know that though, so I don't know. Let me think. Hold on. I don't know. I mean,
or I can word it different. What's been like the most challenging part since starting to operate your own restaurant?
The most challenging would just be figuring out who you want to market to.
Okay.
In a sense. And where you're at. Because the area that I'm in, it's a money area.
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot of middle and high class people that live in that area. Then you got a lot of middle class workers in that area because it's a lot of office spaces and stuff down there. So that's the most challenging thing. It's still the most challenging thing. It's just finding out who I'm marketing Lux to. Who
would you say like your main clientele is right now? Is it like older people?
Out of towners.
Out of towners, really?
Because I'm across the street from a hotel.
Okay, and that's a good spot to be in too.
It's good, but their word of mouth don't really help.
Yeah.
Because they don't live here, so they leave and say, "Yeah, we went to this nice little restaurant," but
they're not very like recurring customers,
right? Well, I have a couple of flight attendants and pilots. Because when they come into Richmond, they stay at the Courtyard or they stay at the Omni. So, like, I'm on, like, their preferred list. So, like, they'll send them down. The valet guys over at the Courtyard. People ask, like, well, where should I eat?
Yeah.
Because, like, when they come out, Sinead's right there. And it's like, we're right here on the corner beside it. So, it's like trying to, Sinead's been there for 30-plus years.
They're, like, very, like, established and respected.
And then... That's my landlord's restaurant.
Okay.
So the person I leased the building from, that's his restaurant.
So I guess it's like a friendly competition almost.
It can't be competition.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like it can't be competition. I have to just be Lux.
Yeah.
And there's Sinead. And it gets annoying sometimes because I have people come in like, oh, we have a party here for Sinead. And it's like, we're Lux. Like the sign on the door says Lux. Like, oh, we thought this was Sinead. It's like, no.
Something I wanted to ask you earlier. How do you deal with like bigger parties? Do you charge like other restaurants charge the 18%?
Yeah, I would say we do the 18% when it's parties of 6 or more. We do that. We treat them like regular. If it's a 4-top, 2-top, So coming there with 20 people, your food is not going to come out in 10 minutes, but we're going to get you taken care of. And that's another thing people don't be understanding with certain restaurants. Like, they think you're like fast food. Like, Lux, scratch kitchen. I don't know if you are familiar with like scratch kitchen style restaurants.
Is everything made to order?
Made to order from scratch.
So like if I order a pasta,
it's gonna take like at least 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay.
Before you get your food. You see what I'm saying? So people come in and order 16-ounce ribeye, extra well done, and then you're screaming at the server because you haven't waited 15 minutes. Well, sir, you want 16-ounce steak cooked well done. Yeah. You're gonna have to give us at least 25 on that, and I'm gonna have to like sear the hell out of it.
You know, bringing that up, you said how like it was a 16-ounce ribeye steak, so like you have a lot of like meat that you have to keep refrigerated and everything. When you first got the restaurant, how I'm sure one of the hardest things was like getting all the equipment, the machines, the fridges, or was that already there?
The kitchen was pretty much already set up.
Okay.
So I lucked up on my space. Like it was key turn. That's what they call it in the real estate world.
Okay.
But it was a key turn buy, basically.
So everything was included, kind of?
It wasn't included. But it's when they call it key turn, it's basically like you get your key and you can literally open your business in 60 days. Like, so when I went through zoning and all that, they, down in City Hall, they giving me a hard time. But it was like, they thinking like I had to do renovations. But then once they came and they saw it, it was like, well, dang, you're ready to go. Like, yeah, that's what I've been telling y'all for the past 30 days. So it was like a literally, you luck up on stuff like that, but it's rare. Okay. From what they were telling me. Like, normally, but like I said, the landlord, he's a restaurant owner. So.
He looked out a little?
Yeah, he definitely looked out. He loved the vision. He understood my vision. Yeah. He comes, he checks in, nice guy, nice older guy. He has multiple restaurants.
Our landlord runs multiple restaurants too. He just opened one up recently.
Might be the same guy.
Might be.
But he doesn't live here. He lives in South Carolina.
Okay, yeah, no, because I wouldn't say the name here, but I'll cut it out. But his name is. And he said he opened a restaurant not too long ago. I think like maybe a month ago or a couple months ago, and it was on newspaper and everything. Okay. So his office is literally this next room over.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was telling me like he does he has a couple restaurants too in the area.
Okay.
You might if I had knew the restaurant, you might even know it.
Right.
Yeah, but
That's cool.
It's good that your landlord is in the same business too.
Right. So he understands a lot. Yeah. So like he was the one that gave me the information on. He was like, the next couple of months is going to be slow. Like it's like that. I've been in the business for 30 years. So it's just having people that sees your vision, understands your vision, and want to see you win. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And he gives me pointers all the time. Like, it's like a friend that I made, in a sense, through business.
And it's good that it's like that. It's not like a person that, because it's almost like he has a sense of authority. It's not like he's like using that or not understanding. He's like, hey, I'm here to help you out.
Right. It's more so like I said, like a friend, like giving me pointers on, different little stuff. So they're cool.
Something I wanted to ask you, what's something like maybe you go through or something you like or dislike about having a restaurant here in Richmond that maybe you probably wouldn't get to experience maybe here out in Chesterfield or like a more like a suburban side?
The foot traffic.
Yeah.
I would say so many people ride by because I'm at a light. I'm on 14th and Curry. Okay. So literally at that light, that's where the restaurant is. So it's so many people ride by there, walk by there. I feel like if I was in a shopping center off Midlothian or on Hall Street somewhere, like, people are riding by, but to actually take the time and just look and be like, oh, what's that, over there. They sit at that light for 60 seconds. Yeah. That's 60 seconds of them just daydreaming or, just looking like, okay, it's a little spot. And then if they commute that day, that way every day of the week, then eventually
they'll just ride.
Okay, we got to check that spot out.
And it's like, that's a good thing too about here, like in Richmond, like in the city off of Carey Street too. It's like more people are more like open to try things out. Right. Because I guess like when you live out like there in suburbs, like said like, oh, there's like restaurants and plazas, people already have like their go-to spots. Right. And maybe in here too, but more people are more like
adamant
open right. Yeah. I think it's like a city type of vibe thing, but.
And then they walk, like a lot of, it's a tourist that that cobblestone is something with the Virginia tourists, something, I don't know, some history.
Yeah.
I don't know. But they are doing they do tours on the weekends up and down that street literally all day long. So when I used to open up early on Saturdays, we would get groups that, that'll come in, for lunch or whatever, because they were from, like I said, out of town, because a lot of my customers are from out of town. But that is an advantage of being down there on those cobblestones.
It was like, what's something you like and dislike about Richmond? Because you've lived here and you grew up here.
What I dislike the most about here is the follow the leader mentality. A lot of people have, and I feel like it's with our community, our people that have that mentality. It's like they wait till they see 20 other people doing it or this person to do it, and then they all want to jump on the bandwagon and type of thing. That's what I dislike about it the most, because it's like, dang, it took this person to come and post that they were here.
Yeah.
Now y'all, now you want to come, and it's like, dang, try it for yourself. Like, and I feel like if I was out of town with it, I would have popped how I thought I was gonna pop when I first opened, But we're growing. I don't let it discourage me, because I understand the mindset and the culture here. Everyone isn't like that, but the majority are like that.
Well, I will say that one thing I do respect about the Black community here in Richmond that maybe I don't see too much in my Latino community is like there's a lot of like pursuing different things, and like y'all are very, like, you could say in a way as a culture united, or
You think that?
there's always different like problems on the street.
I be feeling like y'all be more united.
But this,
when y'all come out, y'all support as a whole.
Yeah.
Not because, she in, or I don't know, such and such son doing this. Everybody out there,
like,
supporting.
And in
a lot with us, we pocket watch. It's like you eye with a person if you feel like you doing better than them. Once they start doing better than you, or you feel or think they're doing better than you, then it's like you side-eyed and you being shady. And I don't know, that might be with all cultures, but I know we experience that a lot, in our culture.
And it's like one thing I will say, like, if something the Latino community doesn't have, the Black community in Richmond does have, is like y'all have I guess like known people from your culture. And it's like, something I was on the interview Monday on the radio. They're like, well, hey, how come, like, when are you going to plan to tap in with the Latino community? It's always been a thought, but there's not really much you can. I don't know too many other Latino people that are really trying to make an impact or trying to get themselves out there.
Does that make sense? Than the norm.
Yeah, it's almost like one. I don't know about like I guess the norm for our community is like very like it's the typical construction.
Right,
I guess.
Working.
And I'm like, before I get hate, like, obviously there's people that obviously do their things and everything. And one thing when you came out here, or when I knew you were coming out here, it was like I wasn't exactly unaware of questions to ask, because my best friend, his mom runs a restaurant out in off of Hopkins Road.
Okay,
it's called El Paraíso.
In the little shopping center?
Yeah, where like
where the food line and stuff is?
Yeah, with the food line, the Wingstop.
Yeah.
There's like a barbershop there in the Big America.
Is it the one on the side, like where the nail shop and stuff is?
No, it's like it's like near the what's that store like where they sell clothes and shoes, I think?
City Trends.
Yeah, it's like I think it's right to the left of City Trends.
I think I've been in there before.
Yeah.
I know the other one, Chicken and Bread or something.
Yeah.
Been there forever.
On the corner.
But yeah, because like I said, I lived in Chesterfield, so I lived off Beulah.
Okay.
So that's not too far from Hopkins, from that shopping center or whatever. But yeah, I'm pointing like I'm outside. But yeah, I'm familiar with that shopping center.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, it's like that's one thing like I said, I do really respect about the black community is like y'all have a culture that's like, you could say, I don't know if outgoing is the word I'm looking for, but it's like brings people together in a way, you could say that.
I get what you're saying.
we don't really see on my culture right now. So
that's crazy because that's how I feel.
really,
Yeah.
It's
It's like you have as a whole, you have your group, your circle that's gonna come out and support. But as a whole, you know, I have older people that'll come in and they just love the fact that you're a young Black business owner. You in here with your daughter because my daughter's down there all the time. You're working. They love it.
Yeah.
Then I have people that's like in my age bracket and it's like side eye or, being weird, and it's like, I'm just like y'all. Like, I feel like no matter what I do, like even when I did the news thing, and they was like, oh, you want to how you feel? I'm like, that shit won't nothing. Like, it was regular. Like, it was so regular to me, and I downplay a lot of my accomplishments. And my best friend tell me that all the time. She be like, girl, like, you're really doing the damn thing.
But, that's not a bad thing because it keeps you hungry.
Yes. And I feel like I'm not where I want to be at. So, to me, I did that. It's cool, but, yeah.
It's like
I want to go push harder. Like, I'm trying to be on Food Network, Chef Ramsay or something like that's the type. You know what I'm saying?
Go to like what's that show called?
Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's Kitchen
like
or the Master Chef.
That too.
You think you'll win Master Chef?
Give me like 5 years.
5 years.
And I think I can go in there and whoop up on them people.
Oh yeah. Hey, you probably good.
I did a little Top Chef competition here.
How'd that go?
It was cool. I won.
Oh, you won? Oh, congratulations. How many people was it?
The first time it was 3, and then the second time I think it was like 6 or 7 of us.
Okay.
Yep.
Hey.
So that was cool.
I got some questions that are like maybe like outside of the norm. But it's like one question I do like to ask people that come on just to get them thinking and stuff. Like, who's like one of your celebrity crushes growing up or like currently?
Growing up, I used to like Romeo.
That's the
Masterpiece, son.
Okay. I've heard of it.
I told you I'm old. Romeo, when I was younger, and Sammy, that was probably my little crushes when I was little. They be regular people to me now.
Yeah.
But celebrity crush, I think Rob 49. I like him.
Rob 49? I know who he is as a rapper, but
yeah, I like him.
I don't know him too well, but I definitely know him.
He knew. He a little young buck, but yeah.
Actually, speaking about celebrities, have you had the pleasure of like having a celebrity or somebody well known come into your restaurant and you got to cook for?
DJ Envy when I first opened up.
Really?
He walked in off the street like organic as fuck, like just walked in off the street.
And you recognized him right away, right?
No, I didn't know who he was.
Really? You did it? From the Breakfast Club?
That's what everybody said.
Yeah.
Like, from the Breakfast Club? Like, no, I don't watch TV. I be on the internet, but I just be scrolling. Like, he's just like a regular light-skinned dude from Richmond. Like, I didn't know who that
Did you find out who he was while he was still there, though? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
So, they ordered all this food. His manager, after they ate and stuff, his manager called me over. It was him and his manager. Called me over there, and he was like, "Are you the owner?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, the food was good, like, cause they had like the fried lobster tail, they had the stuffed lamb chops, they had the seafood dip, and it was 2 mussels and something else they had ordered. But he was like, this food is good. He was like, they love the concept of the fried lobster tail and the stuffed lamb chops. So he was like, do you know who he is? So I looked at him, and I was like. He was like, yeah, from the Breakfast Club. I was like, oh, DJ Envy. So he was like, you didn't know who I was. And I was like, no, till you put the radio voice on. Because, like, his regular voice isn't like, hey, this is DJ Envy. Like,
the energetic voice,
it was 2 different voices.
Okay.
So when he put that voice on, I done heard that before, of course. So I'm like, oh, okay. So they made me take a picture. I didn't even want to take a picture. Because I'd be so awkward.
You didn't take the picture?
I did. They made me. They made me.
You kind of have to. Yeah.
But I did not want to take the picture, but I did. And that was basically that. He came in, ate, and that was that. He was going to Virginia State the next day to talk to the students.
Oh, okay, that's nice. And it's like Richmond is like a city where like it does bring a lot of different artists or like celebrities.
It brings a lot of people
to
here,
do
though.
shows too. Yeah. So it's like you can be that spot. Like, hey, I'm in town. Oh, I gotta stop by the Lux restaurant.
Right.
Do you have like any other friends in the city that also run restaurants that you're close with?
No.
Not really.
Not really. Nope.
That's each to their own. At least you have your landlord.
Yeah. I be trying. I don't know. I guess I gotta be more friendly and just start. Well, it's not even about being friendly. I guess I just gotta start reaching. I feel like I shouldn't have to reach out.
Yeah.
But I was told, start, going out going to certain events, just getting in rooms with certain people so they can know, they hear Lux, but they want to see the face that's, behind Lux, type of thing.
And it's good that you have opportunities like the news station or maybe even from here.
Yeah.
A lot of people from the city, or it maybe not be the most people, but the best people do like or interact with us here. So, hey, they're going to know.
Right. They're going to see it. They're going to click. I mean, even down to that live me and Lorraine did the other day. Like when I woke up the next morning, I had like 200, I think it was like 208 or something like that, new followers on the Lux page.
Okay, yeah.
And that was just off a live, and I think the RVA artist page, they posted it.
I saw that.
That junk just went crazy. So that's something me and her we're gonna start doing. We said we're gonna.
How do you do most of your like advertisement
Instagram?
Just Instagram?
Yeah, and I gotta get better. That's why I said the whole marketing side. That's what I'm learning.
What's one thing I kind of thought of that's kind of like dumb but smart in a way. Make like a bunch of sticky notes like pre-hand, like like little sticky notes, like write all of them Lux or Lux restaurant, or in my case with the podcast, just drop them off on the street or something. Boom.
And stick them
on the poles or something where people are going to.
I was thinking about getting stickers and sticking them on the toll thing. I always see stickers on that, but I never. I'm like, but I might have to do that.
Yeah,
I might have to try.
I always think about it like. I forgot where I was at the other day. I was like, yo, this would be a good spot to put like a little sticker. Yeah.
Right. Come
it's a little
see
thing.
me at Lux.
Yeah. Or just your Instagram and be like, okay. And then
Chef Prin.
When they run into your restaurant, they'll be like, oh, I remember this restaurant from the sticker.
The sticker, yep. I might have to try that out.
Who are some chefs or anybody in the culinary industry that inspires you?
Locally or just
no, it could be like even like famous chefs or like or it may not even be famous, but somebody that you know.
Chef Michael from Froze's.
Okay.
When he first started, I think it was like 2020 experience. He was doing like the personal chef thing. He inspired me a lot cause like his technique, his style is sort of like how I do my stuff, and it was like, I want to be like that, you know, type of thing. So local chef, I say him and Chef Mike Lindsay.
Oh, I actually...
He is a beast. You need to interview him.
I want to get him on. I seen he just opened up a new restaurant, right?
He is a beast. Yes. Like, I dream to be like that, man.
Yeah.
Like, when I say he got that down packed, like, I would love to pick his brain. I would pay him to pick his brain.
Hey, if I get him on, would you like to be here?
Yes.
Yeah?
If I can.
If
for
sure.
He's cool with it, hell yeah.
Well,
like... Yeah, but those two from the city, I would say, growing up, I watched a lot of Food Network. So, like, some of those old school chefs like Bobby Flay, Paula Deen, she wasn't even a chef. She was just like a home cook. But, like, I used to watch those shows, Bobby Flay, Rachel Ray. Who else? I feel like I'm forgetting somebody else. I got it's this lady cookbook that I got, but those would be the chefs like I can say like I looked up to as well. Some of these newer chefs, I don't know, because I don't be really watching TV like that.
Yeah,
I really don't have time.
I feel like the OGs are already the OGs,
right? Yeah, and for my prime, for my time. But those would be the chefs that I say that I look up to.
What's something you like to do in your free time? Like, what hobbies you have? I know it's hard to even have free time with the restaurant.
Right,
but
it don't be nothing. But when I do have some free time, hang out with the kids, of course. Outside of that, it'll just be like just vibing, chilling. Whether it's just going out for a drink. I like driving up DC a lot.
Yeah, the nightlife out there.
Nightlife and I just drive up there for food. Drive up there, hit a smoke shop, get some food, chill, drive back.
What's a good place for food you go out there?
Surfside.
Surfside.
I done drove there before in the middle of the night for tacos. Like, sick.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you just go just for the tacos?
Just for the tacos. Literally, like, me and my best friend just did that like a couple of months ago. Like, left here probably like at 12 o'clock. I'm a little NASCAR driver sometimes on the highway. We got there probably about like 1:30. Got our tacos. Waited, because it's always a line.
Okay.
Cold, raining, snowing. It's always a line. And it's like a counter, like it's outside type of thing.
Okay.
So I always go to the one in DuPont Circle. But, yeah, drive up there. Give me my tacos with that rice. Gotta have that rice. Let me get an extra side of rice. Eat, chill.
Bring some leftovers for the morning or something too?
If it make it back. Back down the road. For real, because you done smoke. Now let me eat the rest of them tacos. But yeah, Surfside, Curls Line Kitchen. That's another one of my little go-to spots. I love Caroline's Kitchen. It's other little spots. It's this Thai place. I can't never think of the name of it, but I got it saved in my maps. But it's a little Thai place that I frequent. Once I find a spot and I like it, I blow it. Because I'm very picky and I'm funny. And I don't know if that's because I cook, but I'm very picky and funny about my food and shit. So once I find a place and I like it, that's where I'm going forever.
You know, you being a chef, since you do cook, when you go eat at other restaurants, do you critique food? Like, are you like a person, like your own personal food critique?
Chain restaurants, no.
Okay.
But if it's upscale, fine dining, yes.
Okay. Because
it's a certain standard, that I'm expecting because of the price point for one. Yeah. And then just, what you're advertising yourself to be. So, definitely. We went to Vegas. What is it called? Top of the World.
Top of the World. I've never heard of it.
It's on the top of a hotel. I want to say the Stratus. I might be saying it wrong, but I think that's the name of the Stratus Hotel. But it's at the top of it, and it rotates.
Huh.
It does a whole 360, real slow. But the whole dining room rotates while you're eating.
Oh.
The most horrible food I ever fucking had.
They just charge for a little spin.
That's what you paying for, to go 110 feet up in the air on an elevator, and I don't like elevators. Yes, I think our tab was like $500-$600, like horrible.
For like how many people?
That was just for me.
Wait, your tab alone was $500?
No, for two. It was two of us. It was two of us. But I don't know. I went to Vegas with my best friend. It was for her birthday. So it was a party of four, but, our tab and then their tab. But yeah, our tab was like roughly like 5, almost 6. Damn. That was with like their service charge, that stuff. But like we had like shrimp scampi, like $50 for like 3 shrimp. What? And they wasn't even jumbo shrimp. Like that shit was crazy. But yeah, it was.
Did you do any gambling out there?
Yeah, I'm one of those ones. Once I lose,
never hit it back again.
But I did hit. I hit off a 10-cent bet.
Oh.
Yeah.
What you make off of 10 cents?
It was like 15.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, I cashed out.
That's like a 10,000% return.
And I cashed out.
Hey, that's good. You're on a winning streak forever now.
So, no, I was not on a winning streak because we went to another casino. Like, all right, let me try again. And, like, no, I done lost all the money. Like, nope.
See, if you ever go again to, like, a real casino, not like Rosie's, this is a strategy I have that might work for you. I'm not even old enough to go to the casino, right? But if I do go, this is what I would do. Go to the roulette, right? Uh-huh. And, we're basically 50-50 with red and black. What you do, throw 10 on red. You miss, double it, go 20. You miss, double it, 40. It's harder to lose 10, 50% chances in a row. Okay. But when you do win, you'll get back that money you lost and
plus more.
The double on top.
Okay.
So I don't know. I feel like that would be like a smart strategy.
See, I did the blackjack table.
Okay.
And I was doing and then I was like, okay, thinking I'm big and bad, and then lost.
Hey, it's a humbling experience.
So I don't be messing with that. And I learned that early with the I used to try to do the scratch offs.
Oh, okay.
Like, nah, once I lose, I thought it was cool. I was like, my kid's dad one year had asked me like what I wanted for my birthday. So I was like, I want $400 in scratch offs.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Right? So he did it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Did you win anything?
I won some stuff, but it was like stupid ones. Like you won $5. You won like it didn't even add up to the $400.
Okay.
But I mean, he basically some of the money was made back. But
okay.
I thought I was like, yeah, if I get that many of them,
You know, that's a strategy they used to do, but now with the scratch offs, like actually, it might be scratch offs, but or they'll buy out a certain amount of tickets, and because there's a thing on the Virginia Lottery app that tells you how many more tickets are left for sale, and how many of them are like winning tickets still.
Okay.
So what they'll do is they'll try to buy out all the ones that are left, like in the state or whatever,
Right.
And because that's almost like a chance, like you're very likely to win.
To win, right?
You know, so I don't know. People have done that.
That shit ain't working.
You know, what's a piece of advice you'd give to other people that maybe are in your shoes or want to be in your shoes or running a restaurant?
Never get discouraged. Always trust your gut, and don't never get comfortable.
Yep, only the paranoid survive. You know, let's answer a question before I ask the final question. So, David, hit the button. Let's see.
Go with orange.
Orange, all right.
Do you believe the? Oh, okay. Hey,
what
do
is
you
it?
believe the moon landing was real?
What you think?
No.
Okay. Finally, somebody that says no.
They don't know who my daddy is. My daddy been telling us this since I was little, but no, I don't. Yeah, it's wicked out here.
Yeah,
that's all we gonna say.
I don't think it's real, and for many reasons.
It's not. Yeah.
Lil Ray said the opposite.
Yeah, she's still young. She's still learning. But everybody's minds can't comprehend what they're not used to.
Yeah.
So it's like when you start talking like that, you know, it spooks some people out. Some people, but it's like you can't really say something is there that you never seen.
Yeah.
You know, you can't say something happened that you didn't see. So I definitely believe, no, it didn't happen. It's a lot of stuff that they tell us that didn't happen.
Yeah, if anything,
it's not real.
It makes more sense that it didn't happen than it did happen too.
And then it's like a lot of the stuff, if you just actually just think, you thinking will tell you what it is.
Did you see one thing? Neil Armstrong, the astronaut that supposedly went up there?
Right.
Did you see how they walked up to him like a news reporter? They offered him $5,000 to charity, and they gave him a Bible. Hey, they were like, hey, if you put your right hand on the Bible and swear to God that you went to the moon, we'll give $5,000 to charity and something else. And he refused to. He refused to. So it's like, that's one thing that like, there hasn't been enough like evidence where they did go up there. Yeah,
it ain't.
And they haven't even gone back since?
See, and then that gets into other, what they call them, conspiracy theories or something, about the world being round or if it's flat. And
you think it's flat?
I do.
Really?
I do.
No.
In a weird way.
Okay.
I do. They both make sense to me.
Yeah.
When you think about certain stuff, I've seen certain things at night in the skies and shit, like on some weird shit. That's why I said when you start talking like that, some people be like, oh, she crazy, but it's a lot. I want to go to Antarctica.
Antarctica?
Yeah.
I don't even think you can take a plane out there.
They don't let you go out there.
Oh, they don't?
It's restricted. They signed a treaty like back in like the 1950s or 1930s. Don't quote me for the historians that's out there. But it's somewhere around that time. Like they did a treaty like with all the countries, like banning like actual humans from, going, like they're down there researching or doing whatever they're doing. But like if you wanted to fly to Antarctica, you couldn't even have to get permission and shit just to go down there.
Damn, that's crazy though.
Yeah. So why is it restricted?
Yeah.
See, you get the digging and, but a lot of people's minds just can't comprehend what they've been programmed to learn all their lives.
Yeah, or they'll just be like, oh, no, but they said this or they said that. I don't know.
And they'd be like, think for yourself.
Yeah.
And everything that we need to know are in books. If you actually visit a library, you'll be surprised about the shit that you can learn in a library. That's the total opposite of stuff that you've been taught your whole life.
Yeah, and especially it's different people's opinions with more with different perspectives too.
Even if you read the encyclopedias.
Yeah.
Like find an old encyclopedia like 19, 20, 30 shit. Damn maps of the earth don't even look like the maps. We've been taught what the world looks like all our lives since we've been going through school. Just certain little stuff. So who knows?
One thing I heard my coworkers tell me like 2 weeks ago that I thought was crazy. I haven't heard before. There's like this theory that like the sky, you know how it's blue?
It's water.
It's actually water. Do you believe that?
And that goes with the flat earth theory.
Yeah, because there's a video of like a rocket going up to space.
And it
looks like
you see the waves.
Yeah, it looks like it hit something. So it's like, they showed me that and they got me thinking. I was like.
And that's the, what they call it? I don't want to say it. I might say it wrong. I forgot what they call the dome. But it does. If you, I flew to Miami, that was like about 2 years ago, but I had caught a flight back to Richmond early in the morning. So, they restrict the airspace after like, I think midnight. Like the last flight goes out like at 10, 11 o'clock. Like you can't, even if you search right now, you can't book a flight to fly somewhere at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So they restrict the airspace. Any airport you go into, they are closed during those, like no flights are going out or coming in. So that particular flight in Miami, I think like the takeoff time was like 6 in the morning or some shit. But it was still dark. So like once we got up in the atmosphere, like, where it's on top of the clouds and shit, it was fucking daylight. Like, it was still dark.
Oh, okay.
Morning darkness. But when we got up through those clouds and shit, like, the sun just sitting there on top of the damn clouds. Like, and it's like each time I have flown somewhere and I'm the window seat.
Yeah.
Out the window, and it's like.
It's fascinating.
How they be saying that shit about the sun, but it's like, you see the sun up there, bitch, like, just sitting, like, a whole circle.
Yeah.
Just sitting, and they say that with like certain pilots. Like pilots know. People that fly planes, they know, but they can't speak on it. What they see up there in those skies above those clouds.
Are they like legally not allowed to?
Yeah, legally they can't speak on it.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That gets me thinking, hey, like, that's true. Like, some people out here know.
And most people go to sleep. They don't pay attention.
Yeah, no, I'm always.
But if you really just look, when we flew to Vegas, that's what had me thinking about the whole round thing. Just because of the direction of how the plane, like, even though you're not up there flying it, but you can like kind of feel the direction, that you're going. And it just felt like we just went across, like it wasn't no curve. We up there straight. The plane ain't never, go to the side or nothing like that. It was just straight across. But when you're up there, high up there, like, yeah, that sun just sits there, a ball, just sitting there. Literally, a ball.
One thing that's crazy, too, is like how NASA started as like a ocean discovery thing, and then they went to space. Because
they couldn't fuck with what's down there in that water.
No, I feel like it's harder to discover what's down there than space.
Hey, that water. Yeah. That water is a person within itself, goddamn it. That can't fuck with that water down there.
You think Megalodon was real?
What is that?
Megalodon? The big, like the big ass shark. The one, that like famous like Megalodon tooth, like a big tooth.
Okay.
Or if you go to like a museum, they'll have like a big
So he's like a dinosaur's cousin or something.
I believe the size of the Megalodon was like, if I'm not wrong, it was like 17 school buses long.
I believe it.
Yeah.
Because it's some big shit down there in the ocean.
Yeah, and especially like when you go, after you reach a certain like level.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Pitch black.
And it's like, it'll crush you,
Because of the pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
the water pressure.
The submarine too. Oh, my
God. That was crazy. But I don't even know why they even went down there even doing that.
Hear me out. I think they faked their death. They're not dead.
I was thinking that
They're
too.
billionaires.
But Well, yeah.
They get to avoid taxes, know what things are alive, and they could easily have another boat or a submarine. Pick them up. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
Never know what they was into.
You know, if you had a chance to give the whole... Actually, before I say that, right?
All right.
Well, is there something that maybe I didn't bring up that you wanted to talk about? Anything on the restaurant side of things or anything in general?
No, because I felt like this was more so like just to get to know me, I guess, in a sense. Like, yeah, I mean, just come see me at Lux. We open Tuesday through Sunday. Happy hour, Tuesday to Saturday.
I'll definitely stop by soon for sure.
Yeah.
So, lastly, if you had a chance to give the whole world a message, what would it be?
Never, ever give up. No matter, you're going to have days where you're going to feel like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Just always keep your head on straight and just never give up. Push through it. Because if you push hard enough, you're going to get what you want. And I'm a firm believer of that.
Yeah, whatever you put out there comes back to you.
Yep, tenfold.
So, Prin. It's Prin, right?
Prin or Princess.
Princess. I appreciate you a lot for coming on. It was a pleasure. And
thank you for having me.
I appreciate you for taking time out of your day and from your restaurant to come on here. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the restaurant.
Yes,
what's
see us.
What's the address?
1331 East Curry Street. Red door on the corner next to Shanae.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you.
We out later.
Bye. Oh, that was